Hey Scorpio, this is your weekly reading. This will be a straight oracle reading. This is a little quickie I do in the off weeks to the in-depth tarot reads that I do bi-weekly. If this is not your message, then go check out your in-depth tarot reading. If none of those are your messages, just let it go. Don't try and make the energy fit where it needs to. Like the video if it resonates, subscribe if you're new. I love new energy coming in. It really changes the dynamics of the readings as the numbers go up. I'm tapping into a different collective altogether. It's actually quite fun. Now, what else is there? If you are a twin flame or on the twin flame journey, please check out my twin flame reads. There is one there for November, and there'll be another one coming up in the next day or two. It's just advice and then some general energies coming in with the shifts and how that's affecting the divine masculine and divine feminine collective. Okay, this is a you versus them. Now, this is external energy in general, so it could be friends, family, children, partners, you name it. Just where the energy sits is where it sits. Wow, Scorpio, you are coming up as the eagle and the phoenix. You may be dealing with an air sign. And you're very connected into the spiritual world right now. You're connected to your higher self and you're receiving intuitive messages on what to do with what's going around. This Phoenix, you are coming out of the ashes. Wow. And you're doing it with vision and strength, and you're seeing things for what they really are. No one is going to let anything slip by you anymore. Like, there's just no way about it. You've come out, you're new, and you have a whole new perspective on life. This is actually really crazily good, that is. Now, the person you're dealing with is the manta ray. I almost feel like they have a very large presence in your world. There's two big dynamics here. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who has not like a split personality, but they're presenting themselves one way when you know at a soul level they're another way. So I feel like the potential on them is this purity, is this beetle here, which is also spirit energy. So the fact that there's two spirit energies here, one for you and one for them, tells me that this is, you connect very much on a soul level to this person. However, what you're dealing with day to day is this manta ray, which could be a water energy, which could be a water sign as well. I feel like it's a very looming presence. I almost feel like they loom over you and give you this sense of that dun dun. Like, I know that's a shark sound, but that's the energy I'm getting off this. This blackness tells me that they may also be going through something at the moment. This black on this card, that's very heavy and very overwhelming, which may cause their energy to be quite daunting to you or the people around you, or they may just have a heaviness about them that sort of affects your energy. I was supposed to be pulling cards as I was yapping away there, Scorpio. With this Phoenix, I'm guessing that you have been going through it for the last, probably 2019 is what I'm hearing. It's been a very transformational year for you. And you almost feel like you weren't going to make it out of it. Like the cleansing burn almost felt like it was going to take you out. But you've got to a place now where you're starting to feel your rise coming. And I think it's come with that new level of perspective with the eagle. You're just seeing what needs to be seen and taking care of business is what I'm hearing. It's also come with that air energy. I'm feeling a level of communication, like you're about to speak your truth in a way that you've never spoken it before. The fact that your person has come up as the beetle in the spiritual connection tells me that they've sort of scurried away from that part of their life and who they truly are. Like, they've scurried away from that. And the fact that this beetle has such beautiful wings and they're hidden in behind this hard shell tells me that they're not showing you this part of them at the moment. but that's the person you're in love with, or that's the person you care for, and you're waiting for those wings to for that shell to open up and those wings to come out. The purple on that card tells me that the person you're dealing with is very intuitive, very spiritual. It's just blocked by this. I almost like I want to put this card on top of this one, like it's blocking that out. What other? And we'll do 4 of these. Spirit's telling me they need a bigger shuffle. Sorry, I was just getting a message in, and then I was listening to it rather than speaker. Okay, we have the Angel of Balance. Here, we're going to put your person away while we read you, Scorpio. And remember, this energy can go either way, so, you know, put it where it goes. And when I say masculine or feminine, you know, it's just energy. It's not the sex. Okay, what do we have? Okay, so we have the Angel of Balance. You coming out of this place, I feel like before you went into it, your spiritual side was very important to you. You worked very hard on it. You were meditating and doing all the things you needed to. And then when you crashed and burned, it's almost like you lost faith in everything that you had been sort of going through. And when I say crash and burn, I don't mean that in a negative. I'm just super blunt. When everything started to fall apart, when the tower moment set, you lost faith. And coming back into this, you're going to find yourself more in touch with both worlds. You're going to walk between both worlds, but really balanced. It's not going to be one or the other. This man holding the Queen reversed, I feel like financial issues have been a real hard aspect of your life lately. It may have been what caused a lot of the stress. It may be what causes a lot of the stress. But money and financial issues and abundance in general. There's a real lack mentality going on, and a real negativity around abundance, and that's what this balance is as well. You're coming into a place where, and that's what I mean by walking between two worlds. You won't just be spiritually rich this time around. You're going to be abundant in each aspect because it's going to be really balanced. So your energy is going to be going into everything evenly keeled, and you'll see the it'll reciprocate, the universe will reciprocate that back to you very evenly. Like one part of your life won't be amazing and the other part will be just trash falling apart. It's going to evenly keeled. You're going to feel just generally happy. The Lady of the Rose, this is a real awakening to your life. She's also crying in this, so you may be releasing a lot of emotions at the moment, and it's right next to the turquoise sea, which is telling me that you're really on a whole new level experiencing your emotions. They're almost, it's like they're coming in to help you rise rather than bring you down. So rather than getting emotional and feeling depressed, you're getting emotional and it's helping you realize where it is life isn't working for you right now, and that's going to be your driving force to help you move forward. Chopped wood has come up. This is kind of, for me, learning things the hard way. And I feel like that's what you kind of had to do this time. And while you felt it unfair, it gave you a whole new perspective. No place like home. You're really putting your family first. You're really putting your sanctuary first, and realizing that your home, wherever that may be, is where your happiness lies. So you're turning, some of you may be renovating or just changing around your house, and I feel like you're opening windows and giving it a fresh new sense of life, because your home almost didn't feel homely to you for a long time. Ruminate. There are people around you that are feeling this energy off you, and I'm pretty sure in your November reading I spoke about people coming in and changing changing your perspective on things and giving you a sort of a new lease on life. You're like the Pied Piper. You're walking around and your energy is just pulling people in. This seems to be a very strong message for you at the moment. And this is allowing you to release people, release things, everything that no longer serves you. If you see, this release card is very much like the Tower card. There is a higher power here that's striking the earth with lightning. When we put this chopped wood and this release card together, it's like something major had to happen for you to make these changes in your world. And while they feel very overwhelming and very stressful, this hard work is leading to you being able to release people, places, and things from your experience to give you a whole new lease on life, is what I'm hearing. You're getting a whole new lease on life. But it's balanced. It's balanced. It's not going to come in crazily over the top and be a big hit of energy. It's more that it feels like it won't. Like, I think it's one of those situations where you sort of don't realize your life's changing so drastically until you look back one day and everything's changed, you know? And maybe Spirit's asking you to do that as well. Look back on where you were 6 months ago. Look back on where you were a year ago and see what the differences are in your life at the moment and where you want to make changes. Perspective can be a wonderful thing. Okay, so for your person, the well-being and hydrate card has come up, and I feel like they're not looking after their overall life, like their lifestyle. They may be burning the candle at both ends. They may not be looking after their body. And I feel like it's taking its toll on not just them, but on you as well. Like it's affecting you. See, here's those wings I was talking about earlier with these butterfly wings. They are this, whatever they're doing that is affecting their physical existence, if they can move past that and create new healthy regimes for their day-to-day, that's when their wings will come out. No more wounds has come up as well. They need to move past old issues that are holding them back. And the old issues may be what's creating this unhealthy lifestyle at the moment. It could just be partying too hard. It might be overeating, but whatever it is affecting them in such a way that they're sort of blocking, they're using whatever that is to block off from their emotional self, and it means they're just carrying around this baggage that is eating them from the inside out. The daughter spirit, I feel like their spirit guides are sort of knocking loudly to try and get their attention, but they're not listening. This yin and yang has come up reversed. They're not in alignment with themselves, but they're also not in alignment with you. There is no balance, which is what came up for you. That's what they're lacking, and it's almost affecting your balance. Now, the time for a nap card means it's time for them to take time out, time for them to take time out from this chaotic lifestyle. It could be that they're overworking, whatever it is that they're using to escape from reality. It's time for them to just stop, rest, and realize what it is that's going on in their world that's affecting them to the extent that it is. Now, the All That Glitters card has also come up, and I don't think they're really seeing their lifestyle very clearly. Because all that glitters isn't gold. So while they may think for the moment that they're having the time of their life, they're actually just escaping from themselves and convincing themselves that this is the way. This is where they find their joy and their happiness. But it's not as gold as they think it is. And I think somewhere on a soul level, they do realize that. They just don't know any other way. Now, to finish this reading off, we're going to pull, just to tie it all together with some advice, we're going to pull 3 romance angel oracles. We have engagement, children, and honeymoon. There was a time where I feel like you were in a honeymoon stage like everything was blissful and everything was perfect. Children may be an aspect in this relationship. It may be that you're blending a family, or that you're wanting to have children and they're not, showing up to the table as parent material. Um, they may also be coming out of the woodworks with grandiose gestures that you don't feel like you want to accept at the moment, because you want to see more of a change. You want them to go through this nap time, this time out time before you make any decisions. Um, my advice is, if you're in a relationship, to try and get back to that stage of the honeymoon period, and speak to them about this nap time. And if you're separated, then be wary of them showing up with grandiose gestures that are sort of hollow and not meaningful and are more to grab your attention. There may be someone new coming in with this engagement card. I feel like if there is someone new coming in, they've had their eye on you for a while with these letters here. I feel like they may have sort of been keeping notes on. I'm sorry if you guys can hear. I have a family of crows that live in my yard. I actually have, everywhere I move, I have a family of crows, and they can be, while they don't bother me, I'm hoping that they're not affecting the reading, because they can be quite noisy. This honeymoon card also has a boat on it, and if I reflect on tarot and they're showing me the the sword suit, where the woman's sailing away onto something new and something different, sort of off into the sunset. So you may be wanting to walk away from this situation. I'm also seeing a dog here, which is telling me that you're questioning their loyalty, or they're questioning your loyalty. There's a definite question of loyalty going on here, which may be why you're not interested in the engagement. Now, as I'm saying this, I'm going back to this time for a nap card, and it's the fox here, and it's almost like this sly fox needs to put this sort of game life to rest. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you again in a week, and I hope you have a great November, and happy birthday. I forgot to say happy birthday to all the Scorpions out there.